Hey everyone, and thank you for joining us on this week's episode of Ardmore Connect. As always, my name is Josh Pagan.
And I'm Brian Cronin. And with us today, we have Miss Laura Mann, who is the owner of the music venue, The Living Room.
35 East.
35 East, say 35 East, Lancaster Avenue. So, hello, Laura. How you doing?
Hi, guys.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
I'm good.
Good?
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you for taking the time to join us today, Laura. It's really appreciated.
Oh, no problem. No problem at all. Nice to be here.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you came about being at Ardmore?
Well, I'm a singer-songwriter. Started singing and playing guitar since I was 16 years old and performing all over the place. I, started playing in the 80s and started being managed by Robert Hazard, and he had a lot of, he wrote Girls Just Want to Have Fun, for those of you that don't know him, and then he's been very popular with his hit Escalator of Life, along with many others. But we found each other in Medford, New Jersey, and decided he wanted to manage me, so we started on that journey, and we started opening up for national acts and performing in Philadelphia. And I got used to Philadelphia, and then he put me on an audition for Star Search, and I went on that. That was the precursor to American Idol and The Voice, and that was really cool. And so I did that for a while, and then I decided, I wanted to take a little break from doing the music, and I was inspired by therapeutic medicine, and so I got involved with massage therapy, and I became a licensed therapist. But the school that I went to was in Oaks, Pennsylvania, and I met a lot of people out in this area in the main line, and I had a lot of clients in this area, and then moved here, bought a house, but I opened my massage therapy business right here in Ardmore on Rittenhouse Place. It was a storefront, and that's where I had my own business since 2005. And then I gradually got back into the music scene and really enjoyed playing. But then I was, as everything took a turn for a while, there were a lot of places were closing up in Philadelphia, and I thought there weren't many places for, singer-songwriter type of acts that would be able to play in smaller type venues. So I thought, maybe I should open up my own place. So I looked around Ardmore, and I found a really cool spot on Lancaster Avenue. It turns out it's right next to the Ardmore Music Hall, and opened that up in 2017. And it's a 40-seat boutique venue where BYOB couches, and it's like really being in your own living room. And we serve desserts and things like that. And last year we won the Best of Philadelphia. And this year we were awarded Best of the Main Line, the most unique music venue. So I'm very, very fortunate and feel really blessed. And I love this area. It's really awesome.
That's awesome to hear. And congratulations on the awards.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let me ask you this. Where would you say your main focus is now? Is it on the massage section of your businesses, or is it on the music section?
Well, it's on both. Right now it's really hard because of the COVID, and, but I like to focus on both. I like to keep that, both of those areas of my life going because they're both so different. One is really, relaxing with the lavender and the nice spa music, and then the other sometimes gets to be a little chaotic, but that's okay. But I enjoy both. So, yeah. Always keep up with both.
You should probably say, so one thing about the living room that's different from most music venues, it's a listening room. So it's not more like a place where you run off and do a concert, do jump around dance type of thing. It's a listening room where people should be respectful to the performers that are performing and listening. Can you elaborate as to why you decided to open up that style of a music venue as opposed to the latter?
Sure. Well, I've performed in many venues. Of course, for many years, and you know, the Chestnut Cabarets used to be around, and venues that were very artist related, where there weren't bars attached to. Or there were, but that really wasn't the main focus of where the artists would be performing. And I found that it was just so nice to be able to hear yourself think and be able to tell stories. I think in that kind of environment, you just have more of it, you know, attention from the audience, and you're able to, you know, just be able to, like I said, just be more. It's more intimate, and it's nice because everybody else can hear you too. Like, it's important to be able to hear the lyrics and, you know, the songs come across rather than having all this background music around you. So I really thought that was important. I really wanted to make it intimate. I really wanted to have an awesome sound system. So I called up my friend Mike Lightcap. He's one of the best sound guys around, and I've been working with him. He's been in the business for 30 years doing sound for Sting and Temptations and people like that. And I was like, hey, Mike, you know, I've got this small 800 square foot place that I want to, you know, host music in, and you know, would you come out and give me some input on you know, what type of system I should put in here? So we spent a lot of time on finding something that was really going to be that was going to sound fantastic, and we did get that, and that's one of the things. A lot of people that come to our venue, they really love the way that it sounds. So, like, I haven't heard that artist sound so good, you know, in that type of a venue. And they also, you know, say that they haven't heard, you know, say Jeffrey Gaines, for instance, tell as many stories as he, you know, went into, and you know, but because of this room that you have, they think that's the reason why they open up a little bit more, but you know, get a little bit more attention there. So yeah, so that's.
No, you had mentioned like the artist Jeffrey Gaines as well. Why don't you tell us a little bit about some of the artists that you've had booked in your room so far? Like, well, who's come to the doors?
Oh, well, Vernon Reid from Living Color. He's been excellent. He comes in as a solo artist, and he brings, I mean, it's just so funny. He spends like 2 hours setting up all the pedals that he has all across the stage. and he even has like he has a phonograph. Is that what he called it? He sets up these vinyls and does some you know, some inputs with the vinyl, and tells a lot of stories about his life, and then he'll go into some a song that he's working on or something that he's done in the past, and that was really cool. I've had Dan Navarro, who wrote We Belong for Pat Benatar, major hit, very great songwriter, known all across the United States. I've had Celtic guitar players all the way to the Lansdowne String Quartet, to poetry readers, and I did a speaker series, sort of like a TED Talks, where people will talk about certain topics, and that would be like on a Tuesday night. Yeah.
Out of all the performances that have happened there, which one do you have a favorite?
Oh my gosh.
Like one that stands out, like, oh, this date, I'll never forget it, this person.
That's a hard one. We've had a lot. We've had a lot of them. Yeah.
I like to ask the hard
Probably when I played. No, I'm kidding.
Shameless.
That's my favorite. It's all about me.
Self-promotion.
Freddie Johnston. That's who it was. Freddie Johnston. Yeah, great Freddie. So, yeah, so he was awesome. He came, and it was funny because he was traveling with his little dog, and his dog wasn't doing too well, and he was on tour with him, and he put his little dog on the cage and on the stage playing, and he was there just hanging out alongside him. He was worried that he was, I don't know, wasn't gonna do well outside of the venue. But anyway, yeah, we've had a lot of great people, and it's been really fun. I've had a great time. It's just been a labor of love, really.
Have you had that aha moment when there's a performance going on and you're like, aha, this is why I opened this venue?
All the time, all the time, all the time. Yeah, totally, all the time. When we have shows and it's like you could hear a pin drop, and I look around the room and I see people's faces and they're just, it's just so quiet and they're just really, paying attention. And I know after the show they just, from the things that they tell me, they're just really loving it. And it feels really good. It's nice to be able to bring that to the community and yeah, hopefully, we'll be able to get on with some more shows and
now, do you have anyone that repetitively, am I saying that right? Comes back? Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, we do. A lot of them. Most of the artists always come back.
I see.
Yeah, so we try to put about where I do all the booking, so I try to put maybe 6 months in between, when they come. But
Okay.
Most of the time they try to put us on their tour schedule, which is really nice.
Now, do you ever allow open mics, amateurs to come out and just strut their stuff?
No, not usually.
Okay.
It's a lot to manage. I really don't have time to do that right now.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe down the road we would add something like that. But for right now, I was kind of my schedule's pretty full with the booking for all the other things, and so those dates are maybe down the road. I don't know.
Sure.
But it is a nice thing. Yeah.
One of the things I noticed that Laura has done with the living rooms, she pivoted. And she did some outdoor concerts recently. She just did a series of 3 concerts, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
How did that go? How did it work out? How was it?
Oh my God, they were amazing. I wasn't sure how it was going to work out with the pandemic and everything. So, but it was just fantastic. I made it a real point to take the outdoor space and just measure 6 feet in between. When somebody bought a ticket, they had to let me know how many people were in their party and who the people were. And so I knew how I could safely distance each party from one another. And so it was beautiful. The weather was great on both 3 shows, and they were all sold out. And it was hot, but it was really nice. We were fortunate to have the sun on our side, and then the last show, it was really great. We had Matt Santry and Jeffrey Gaines, and we had the show a little bit later in the day, and we had a great breeze and a full moon, and it was just really, really beautiful. And so it was really nice. It was just so nice to host concerts again after not being able to do it for so long.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll do any more?
Yeah, we're planning on doing some in the fall. So We'll have some really good people coming out in September. We'll announce that probably Monday. Yeah, on our website.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
The living room at 35 East.
I got a question for you to keep things rolling while
Okay.
coming back. Since you were doing all this, since the pandemic, obviously, the living room hasn't been able to be open. My question is, have you been getting any type of aid from the government or any kind of assistance from the government? Is there any kind of anything going to you as an independent venue?
No, nothing. Mm-mm.
Wow.
I've just been, trying to keep it going on my own, which hasn't been that easy because, as a massage therapist and then also a venue owner, you can't, both businesses can't be open. So that's been difficult, but, just trying to make ends meet, but, doing things to just stay busy as far as designing t-shirts and getting photographs and stuff, working on the website. But no, we haven't. We put in for a grant, but we didn't get it. But, there's a lot of people in need out there, so that's okay.
Being able to pivot with the house concerts, I think that really worked out really well for you, though. And so to keep that going, that momentum, I really think it's exciting. I
Yeah.
actually was walking by when you were having that outside concert, and I saw how great it was, and I was so
Oh,
envious that I didn't stop and come in.
yes. Why didn't you? You were afraid you were going to be carted at the door or booted out? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
My dog Casey was going to sick you. She, yeah, she was watching the door. She's the guard dog. No. No, you could have come. That's great. You should, next time you better pop in.
Sure, I will. Josh, I think
Yeah.
you're back in work, and what is your question that you were asking?
So, Laura, let me ask you this. What has been the most difficult portion of the shutdown, and have you seen any sort of silver lining that could come from this?
Let's see. Well, the silver lining is the outdoor concerts. I don't think I would have started doing them if it wasn't for what's going on.
Sure.
And it seems like the relationships that people, like things have been, people are getting closer and coming together and finding new ways to keep the entertainment business going. So that's one thing. And we're all trying to support one another. But yeah, it's I know that we can all get through this, and I know it's gonna be okay.
I have a question for you as far as Ardmore concerns. Since you've been here and you had your massage place on Rittenhouse, now the living room you're on Lancaster Avenue. Apart from your businesses, what are your favorite go-to businesses that you like to go to in Ardmore? Do you have any?
Oh, I love Ripplewood.
Yeah.
They have great food. I really love, and the owners are awesome, and Pete is great. Yeah, that's a really nice place to go. And Bam Bam right next door to me. Wow, the Korean place is really awesome. There's so many places in Ardmore that are just popping up. Trace is an awesome gift shop at the end of Rittenhouse Place, and I like to go there. So it's a really nice neighborhood. I mean, things just keep popping up all the time. We're really lucky, and it's so nice to have a great walking around town. That's one thing that I really love about Ardmore is you can walk to Trader Joe's if you need to. You don't have to hop in a car all the time to do shopping or go out and have fun with your friends.
I mean, I definitely see you around town walking a lot, so we're always bumping into each other anyway.
I know. Yeah, Linwood Park, yeah. Yeah, we're always out and about. That's nice, It's nice to see a lot of friends, and it was a very neighborhood town. If you think, yeah, a lot of cool people live here. I think.
So you brushed a little bit on your career as far as a musician. Why don't you elaborate a little bit more as to who Laura Mann is and as an artist, and how many releases have you had, how many singles, that kind of stuff, so that people can have an idea of everything about Laura, not just the living room.
Okay, all right. Well, like I said, I started when I was 16. I started playing guitar, and I just kept playing guitar throughout, all the concerts that I could, and when I was playing an outdoor concert, that's when I met Robert Hazard in Medford, and then I started performing more shows. But the first band that I was in was called Elysian Fields, and we did a lot of cover songs and 4-part harmonies, and Crosby, Stills and Nash, all the way to Pink Floyd, and I did a lot of Joni Mitchell at the time, and James Taylor and things, and then I started to open up for like Warren Zevon and Kenny Rankin and Dave Mason, Livingston Taylor, a lot of people that I really looked up to, and that's when the cabarets were around. And 23 East is now Ardmore Music Hall, but I used to perform at 23 East, showing my age, and but I have 4 releases out. My first record was released in '94, and that's called Like a Lamb Among the Lions. And there was a lot of great players on that record. Ronnie Crawford, who plays with Lisa Loeb now, Chico Huff, Wally Smith, one of the best keyboard players in town, to name a few. I had brought a string quartet to come in and play on that. and I recorded that at a recording studio called Babylon Sound down on Cherry Street in Philadelphia. And then my next CD was a little bit different. I was playing up at the bitter end, and which I would do quite often. I play at the bitter end in New York City, and the owner of the bitter end, Kenny Gorka, he actually is the one that found Lady Gaga. But you know, if you don't know the bitter end, they've had a lot of people that played there, like Neil Young and Joni Mitchell and Bob Dylan, and I was playing up there one time, and Ken said, you know, you would really work well with this producer that I know, Charlton Pettis. And so I started recording with Charlton. He had his own studio, and I started driving up to New York. We started working on this new record, and that is called I Got You. And there's a lot of great players on that record as well. And then I do a duet with Vernon Reid from Living Colour plays on it. He's a guest on one of the songs called Laughing at Myself. But my producer Charlton is just awesome, and you know, he plays guitar for Tears for Fears. He's been playing for them for probably over 10 years, and he also produces and co-writes a lot of their records, or at least their last 4 records. And then after that, I released a album called Bowtie and Rose Tattoo. Charlton was involved and produced that record as well. And that I released at World Cafe Live. And I Got You was released at what was that? I'm trying to think of the name of the place down in the city now. Oh, it's such a great little venue. Anyway, I can't think of it, but yeah, so that was a really good time. And I think about, I think I did. Oh, I did a Beatles cover on that one called Junk, and then after that one, I put out just a small couple of songs that I recorded over at Milk Boy Studios here in Ardmore. Those guys are great, and then I just released a album last October. And that is called Plain as Day, and that includes a cover of Billy Idol's, and that was we did a duet. I did a duet with Freddie Johnston on that, recorded out in Los Angeles with Charlton, and I did I did a Bee Gees cover. And and that was really fun, but that was just me and acoustic guitar. I like my nylon string, so I was playing my nylon string on that song. But it's more of it's not really a singer-songwriter record. It's more it's more upbeat and program stuff. I started the record off at Milk Boy downtown, and I did a lot of the tracks there first, and then emailed them out to Charlton in Los Angeles, and then we worked on it, you know, via email, and then I went out there and finished and did all the vocals like that out there. So that was really fun. And then we did the release in a World Cafe Live last October, and so then, you know, just working on some new songs right now on my own, trying to thinking about doing a cover song, all cover songs, doing an album of cover songs that I like.
Oh, that'd be fun.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
So do you have advice for anyone that's aspiring to be a musician or maybe a business owner at the same time?
Sure. I think what you have to go with your gut. You have to really, you know, find a goal, and then just, you know, if something doesn't feel right to you, don't do it, you know, but go with your heart first. Don't follow yourself. Don't worry about the money that comes later. You know, do what you love and just follow your dreams. That's what I
like you. You just received an award for 2020, if I'm not mistaken. best of the main line. Am I for music?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Congratulations on that.
Critics' choice. Yeah. Yeah. Really, really happy about that. That was a surprise. Yeah. So
it's really great that you started out as a musician, worked your way to spiritual therapeutic, and now you're paying it back in homage in a way by having a venue for these musicians who are performing. I think would you say you went full circle, or?
I think so. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
It hasn't all been easy. I went through some hard times. I really did, where I really, had to question what I was doing, and, what I really, how I was going to survive a lot of the time, because I was waitressing all the time, all over the place. And that gets hard after a while, it just really does. I mean, it's not easy. And so massage therapy wasn't really popular, but when I started doing it back in 2002, after I got into it, it really became popular. More people were doing the holistic approach to things. And I was just really, really happy that it was something that I really loved. And, I really became good at it. I am now certified in oncology massage, Thai massage, Swedish, certified medical massage. So, it's just been a really fun thing for me. And there's so much to learn in that department too. So that's something I'll just never stop. I'll just keep doing that as well. So, yeah.
I definitely want to thank you again for taking time out of your day to sit and talk with us.
Oh, yeah. It was been really fun. I know it's been hard for us, to get together between your schedules and my schedules, but it's worked out. I'm glad that we could finally do this. And thank you, Brian, for everything that you do for this community. I mean, you're just amazing. And you helped me too. I mean, you helped me package my CD, Bowtie and Rose Tattoo. And also, you all along the way, you've been doing things for me in my music. So I thank you for that. So,
yeah, definitely.
By your expertise and that stuff.
I appreciate that. I got to say, when this is all said and done, I can't wait to come to the living room and having a good show. I'm definitely going to by September, October, when you start doing these outdoor festivals again.
I hope you do. I hope you do. Bring your wife and the kids too, because you can bring, all ages. Yeah.
Can't wait to get out there. It sounds like such a lovely venue, so I'm looking forward to that as well. And yes, definitely.
Thank you, Joshua.
Of course.
Thank you.
A round of applause to you. A round of applause to Brian because of how much work he does for the community as well.
Yeah.
And to wrap it up,
hey, Brian. Thank you, everybody. Stay safe and take care. God bless.
You got it.
She said it perfectly. See you guys next episode.
Bye.
Bye.